Yeah. All right, now we're going.
America is fascinated by superheroes. Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Captain America. They're brave and smart and strong. Out of nowhere, they appear in the nick of the time, ready to risk it all for a rescue. I can relate to that. I'm blessed to mentor 7 girls, and I'm the first to sprint out the door to find them in a crisis. I love the rush I get from fixing something, from picking up all the broken pieces and then painstakingly putting them back together. However, there's one person I never could quite save. My sister Ellen has been my best friend since 1994. Recruited to run at Eau Claire, she came to college ready for an exciting adventure. The monster attacked relatively early. I didn't learn about it until March, though. I walked into the cafeteria wondering what she wanted to talk to me about. She wordlessly handed me a packet of papers she brought with her. I scanned the highlighted portions. Body dysmorphic disorder is defined by a type of chronic mental illness in which you can't stop thinking about a flaw with your appearance, a flaw that is either real or imagined. Could this really be my sister? Complications that body dysmorphic disorder may cause or be associated with include eating disorders, OCD, suicidal behaviors, and anxiety disorders. She eventually told me that she would go as long as 3 days without eating, and then she would pass out, wake up, eat a granola bar, but not without counting the calories. When fighting a monster, it's extremely important to understand the enemy. This is what I told myself as I plunged into the frightening world of eating disorders, depression, and anxiety. I pored over treatment after treatment, about counseling, about support, as I watched my sister lose more and more weight. In many cases, individuals with eating disorders cannot recognize the need for help in themselves, and it takes a strong, caring individual to reach out. I wanted to be that strong, caring individual, but I wanted to do more than reach out. I wanted to snatch my sister out of the gaping mouth of that monster that was strangling her. It was here that I found that college is a very high-risk period for the onset of eating disorders. It comes with stressors such as isolation, homesickness, pressure to achieve, intense peer pressure, and it isn't surprising that coping strategies develop. One potential strategy is to focus on eating or weight instead of anxiety, depression, perfectionism, trauma, or relational problems. This focus gave my sister control in a world of athletics where her teammates constantly talked about their newest diet. Competition and self-consciousness thrive in the college environment. A survey by the National Eating Disorders found that nearly 20% of 1,000 students surveyed said they had or previously had an eating disorder. These students are more likely to have other psychiatric disorders and a suicide rate that is 50 times higher than the general population. Eating disorders have been called the hidden health crisis on campus due to the fact that many students avoid treatment. According to the Collegiate Survey Project, full-blown eating disorders typically begin between 18 and 21 years of age. What is the solution to this hidden crisis? This is an extremely complex issue with many facets. However, like many issues, education is the key. However, education cannot begin when a student enters college. By then, it is often too late. Early prevention and education must start as early as elementary school and middle school. Particularly public schools can play an influential role in preventing eating disorders in students. The National Eating Disorders Association underscores the importance of education and awareness at an early age. Most parents are relatively uneducated on this issue, and the media has done far more harm than good. Our schools are perhaps the best and most efficient place for promoting and modeling healthy behaviors. Children spend a majority of their time there, and teachers have the opportunity to observe and interact with students in a variety of settings. Most students will enter public school and remain there for 12 years of their life. This is the perfect place to encourage positive body image. One step schools can take in generating awareness of eating disorders is to introduce curriculum that focuses on healthy eating and size acceptance. Schools can also implement policy that encourages students to report teasing, bullying, and harassment based on weight and appearance. Ideally, all materials in school would include pictures of every body shape, size, and racial group. Students of all ages would be inspired to think critically about media and the messages they are continually receiving, and faculty would receive training. With more focus on prevention, programs to educate parents would also be critical. With students, staff, and parents all contributing to preventing eating disorders, this hidden crisis could be averted. Several schools in America have implemented programs to educate students about eating disorders and assist them in building positive self-image. However, with 80% of 13-year-olds attempting to lose weight, Americans need to take this issue more seriously. An effort to educate students in public schools would be an intentional measure to stop a disorder before rather than after the fact. Who knows how my sister's life could have changed if we had discussed body image and eating disorders in school more often. Communities, parents, and educators must be asked to support extensive curriculum in order to prevent eating disorders in school-age children and beyond. In the end, I never could save my sister. She was the one who had to destroy the monster, ED, and 2 years later, even with extensive therapy, it's still something that affects her every day. As voters, community members, and people of influence, we have the opportunity to be real superheroes and save those we love before it's too late. How long is that?